Hello, my name is Sarah Esther Crisp, and I am speaking to you from the very small rural town of Danby, Vermont, and I'm really excited to be able to do this live video with you. And every Torah portion obviously has so much going on and so many lessons and so many deep aspects to connect to in our individual lives. It is in this week's Torah portion of Ki Teitzei that we actually cover 74 of the 613 commandments. And I want to focus on the very last one, the way the Torah portion ends and the message that this really has for us. So there's a great quote from the actress Ingrid Bergman who says that happiness is good health and a bad memory. And a lot of people see life this way. You know, if you want to be happy, don't focus on the past, don't focus on the negative, don't focus on the things that had already happened that are traumatic, and just, you know, leave that there, be present, focus on your blessings and move forward. And there's definitely something to say about not dwelling on the past, and yet we are very much commanded not to forget it either. We need to think and remember and focus in a way that we're going to grow from it and learn from it when it comes to that past. And so the Torah portion ends with the commandment, which begins with the word remember, and it's remember what Amalek did to you on your way out of Egypt, when they encountered you on the way and you were tired and exhausted and they cut off those lagging behind. Now, just in case it's not enough that we are commanded to remember, the very last words of this Torah portion say, do not forget. So we're both commanded to remember and to not forget. And we have 6 daily remembrances that are part of the morning prayer service. And one of them is also this exact concept, to remember Amalek, Zachor. It's actually also what's read the Shabbat preceding Purim, and it's a commandment to hear it. So we are absolutely commanded to remember, to not forget what Amalek did, which is this nation that seeks to destroy us and seeks to continuously destroy us in every generation. So just in case you're thinking like, okay, well, I mean, this doesn't actually apply to me and to my life and to me as an individual and in what I'm going through on a daily basis, it does. It's actually speaking to you right now, today, at this moment, because the way the verse says, or the way the verse begins, it's Zachor es asher asa lecha Amalek. You as the individual, you in the singular. It's not yet speaking about us as a nation. That's also part of it, but that's not how it begins. It's saying Zachor es asher asa lecha Amalek. So there's a lot going on here. For starters, what is Amalek? What is Egypt? Because we're talking about how Amalek encountered us as we left Egypt. And just like it says that there is Amalek that we fight in every generation, so too it says in the Haggadah that we read at Passover that we need to see ourselves personally as leaving Egypt in every generation. So this is absolutely speaking to us as individuals in our day-to-day lives, how we deal with that which seeks to destroy us, to bring us down, that encounters us as we're trying to leave this Egypt. So to begin with, Amalek is not just this evil of the past, but it's something we all deal with. And one of the ways it's explained is when it talks about encountering, it says, Asher karcha b'derech, that when we were encountered on the way, once again in the singular, and it's the Midrash Tanchuma that says that karcha should be read or could be understood as karcha, like cooled us off, made us cold. One of the most powerful ways to destroy a person is to cool them off, to kill that passion, to take away what they are hot about, excited about, passionate about, yearning for. When somebody is cooled off, they lack the motivation to continue. They lack the drive. They lack what they need to move forward in a healthy and productive way. More so, we see that the numerical equivalent of the word Amalek equals 240, which is the same numerical equivalent, the same gematria as the word Safek, which is doubt. So the other way to destroy a person is to get them to doubt themselves, to doubt their potential, to doubt their abilities, to doubt others, to doubt if it was really so bad where they were to begin with that they should be making this leap and moving forward and trying to go on this new path. And between the cooling off and the doubting, you paralyze a person. You just get them to stop. They just stop moving. It is more than any other kind of destruction, just killing a person's spirit and taking away their passion and cooling down their inspiration is a surefire way to keep them stuck exactly where you want them to be. And so we see this, that when we're trying to move forward, this is when Amalek gets us. This is when they encounter us. And when we're trying to leave Egypt. What is Egypt? Egypt, Mitzrayim, is from the root Meitzar, which is constrictedness. When we are trying to leave a state of constriction, a place of restriction, a place that enslaves us, that keeps us stuck, that is toxic for us, and we are finally finding that path and we are moving forward, that's when they come. That's when the doubt set in. That's when we are cooled off, and that's what we have to combat. So how do we fight it? We need to remember. Zachor. Remember who you are. Remember what you are capable of. Remember your strengths. Remember how negative it was where you were, so that you don't forget, so that you are inspired once again to move forward. Remember your passion. Remember how excited you felt when you knew that there was a path to take. And through that remembrance, that is what is going to combat Amalek. And ultimately, to remember you're not alone, because it says that Amalek did not fear God. But when you remember you're not in this alone, you don't have to get through this by yourself, that you remember who you are and you remember who he is, that's when we have the ability to truly move out of those limitations in that Egypt and to move forward and to combat all of that doubt and all of that cooling off and the Amalek that continuously tries to thwart our progress. So with that, we should have the strength to remember and have a beautiful Shabbos.